Dharmabytes is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
So given all our feelings, our connection to the natural world, and our feelings about what's happening, how do we live now? Well, that's a live question for all of us. Just to set the context for what we're going to be meditating on, I wanted to share some data from a report just this fall from Oxfam and the Stockholm Environmental Institute. And they've determined that the richest 10% of the world's population, which is those who earned $38,000 or more per year as of 2015, were responsible for 52% of cumulative carbon emissions. And this group ate up 31% of the world's carbon budget from 1990 to 2015. And in the same period, the richest 1% of people in the world who made $109,000 or more per year in 2015 were responsible for 15% of cumulative emissions and used 9% of the carbon budget. So what these facts mean is that the accelerating growth in total emissions worldwide that we have witnessed in recent decades is not mainly about an improvement in quality of life for the poorer half of the world's population. Instead, this report finds that nearly half the growth has merely allowed the already wealthy top 10% to augment their consumption and enlarge their carbon footprints. So that's past history, but it also tells us that individual choices and actions like people like us do matter. So every time we choose less and not more, our choices become the basis for critical tipping points to be achievable. Every time we choose more and not less, we're imposing compounding burdens on others and on our descendants. With all this in mind, here are 5 potential resource-responsible actions one could commit to in no particular order. The first is to drive and fly less. So the top 10% of the world's population uses about 45% of land transport energy and 75% of air transport energy, based on a 2020 report. Number 2, retrofit your house and purchase clean energy. Roughly 20% of U.S. energy-related greenhouse gas emissions come from heating, cooling, and powering households. Number 3, buy food mindfully. Less meat and dairy, and don't waste what you buy, since meat and dairy account for around 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions, according to the UN. 4, shop less, since the fashion industry generates at least 5% of global emissions. And 5, ditch SUVs. SUVs were the second largest source of global rise in emissions over the past decade, eclipsing all shipping, aviation, heavy industry, and trucks. So these facts challenge us to change our choices and our habits in significant ways in order to come into a different relationship with the environment. From a Buddhist perspective, we recognize these choices and habits as manifestations of our underlying mental states and our ingrained reactions to the situations we experience as we go through our daily lives. In Buddhist imagery, we are stuck on a wheel of reactivity driven by negative mental states of greed, hatred, and delusion. This is the nature of samsara. Greed, hatred, and delusion are strong words, laden with negative connotations, and we often call them by an equally strong word, poisons. But they may seem much milder in our day-to-day experience of them. We want something. We feel resistance. We make assumptions based on not knowing. Yet, however they are named, they are powerful forces when it comes to shaping those defining choices and habits. And they can make it quite difficult to change even when we are motivated to do so.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.